Hello all, welcome to your Commissioner's Mid-Report rankings for the AP's League of Awesomeness Fantasy Football League. I decided to compile a 12 person list with my rankings going from 12 through 1 with mid-report grades as long as their records and whatnot. I figured it's a good point, it's midway of the season, finally got the feel of the team, so I think I got a good compile of rankings here. So without further ado, let's start this off. At number 12, Stone Cold Stunners, owned by Commish. Cole's been disappointing this season. I think he's been paying too much attention to his vacuum instead of his actual fantasy football team. He's put up a poor 1-5 record with only 477 points for. He projected 81 points this week. Fortunately, he plays Tony Diaper's cleaning service, who actually is my 11th ranked, but they're both projected 81, so I guess it's just the battle of the bottom right there. So at 11, Tony Diaper's cleaning service at 2 and 4, which is a little bit better, but he has less points for it at 438, so he's got a little bit more lucky. I had to put him ahead of Mace with a better record. Also projected 81. I guess just the pledging's got to him. His cleaning service hasn't been in service with his pledging, and I just don't think he's dedicated this year. Number 10, a disappointing start for Cal with the Shmoney team. 2 and 4, 521 points for is promising, but the 2 and 4 record is just not good. And he's projected 94 points this week to beat Cali's finest, but I just think that he's not gonna pull through with this game, and Cali's finest will win. So I gave him a D ranking, just ahead of Stone Cold Stunners and Tony Diaper's cleaning services F rankings. And then at 9, I have Cali's finest, which means we have two matchups with teams back to back in the rankings. Luke's been a little bit disappointing. 2 and 4, 5 and 9 points for isn't bad, but not good. He's projected 90, but I'm feeling it from him this week. I think he's gonna pull through and beat the Shmoney team. But I also gave him a D ranking. At number 8, sorry, we have Westside, owned by Tyne and Greer. He's 2 and 4, which is very disappointing. I was expecting a lot from him this year, with 527 points for it, which isn't bad. He's in the 8th spot right now, which would be the last playoff spot. He's projected 115 points this week, which is very good. But unfortunately, he has to play In It to Win It, owned by Mario Matarazzo. But he is projected to win by 4. I think that could be the upset of the week, with Tyne and Greer pulling through. But I had to give him a C ranking for being in the middle of the pack. At number 7, we have Pint Juice at 2 and 4. Pint Juice, he is a pretty solid team. 564 points for is very good, but he just hasn't been getting the luck on his side this year. I had him at number 7 ahead of time just because of his points for. And also he plays a good team, but not as good as Mario's team. He plays Sergeant Mace's Vacuum, which are both projected at 119. Brandy, take notes from Adam. He's pledging. He's still getting it done. But he's still dedicated, but he's just got a little bit unlucky. I have him maybe with another upset beating Sergeant Mace's Vacuum, but being in the middle of the pack, I had to give him a C as well. At number 6, we have the Hot Streak. Fuck you, get out me car at 3 and 3. 3 wins in a row for Tyler Sherry. He has 432 points for it, which isn't good, but he started off slow. Sometimes in life you just start off slow, but we just kept going. They had us down. That's the quote from that YouTube video if you haven't seen it yet. He's projected only 82 points this week against the Stone Cold Boozers. So I think it's going to be a tough week for him. He might fall to 3 and 4, but he's a little bit ahead of the pack, so I'm going to have to give him a C+. At number 5, Meech's Peaches at 4 and 2. He's been surprising. He's been doing pretty well. He only has 416 points for. Don't know how he's 4 and 2 off that, but he's opportune. He's projected 107 this week. He faces Team Shuley. I have Team Shuley beating him though. He's projected to lose by 4, but Team Shuley has a solid squad. He's been playing pretty well, so I got Team Shuley pulling out this week. I gave Meech's Peaches a B-, which is pretty solid. At number 4, we have Team Shuley at 4 and 2. 556 points for, projected 103 this week against Meech's Peaches, but I do have him winning that game. I don't know though, but Shuley's basketball season's coming up. He's what happens with basketball season. Oh jeez. He's just gonna start watching LeBron highlights and just I can't even think about it. But hopefully he sticks with it because he's a solid squad. But He could easily fall down out of the playoff race. So, but for so far, I gave him a B grade. And then at number 3, we have Sergeant Mace's Vacuum, owned by Chris Taney. Taney's been pulling through pretty solid. He's having a good running. He has 543 points for with a 4-2 record. Projected 119 this week against Pint Juice, but Pint Juice's team is pretty solid. I don't know. That's probably my matchup of the week this week. I could see Pint Juice pulling out, but Taney, I mean, he's a solid team. We'll have to see what happens with that one. For Sergeant Mace's Vacuum, I had to give him a B+ for his solid performance with his points for and his record. And then at number 2, we have Stone Cold Boozers. At 4-2, they're having a very good year. 533 points for with a couple of slow games they had in the middle there, but he's putting together a good streak right now. Projected 106 against Fuck You, Get Out Me Car. 106 to 82. That's a pretty big landslide. I think that's the blowout of the week. So I'm going to give Stone Cold Boozers an A- for their good performance so far this year. And last but not least, In It to Win It with Mario Matarazzo. I think the biggest shock of fantasy football in this league we've had so far. He's 6-0. Hasn't lost yet. I don't know. He's just been having a very good year. Is almost unstoppable. Has the most points for in the league. He's projected 111 this week. Projected to lose against Westside. So I think Tiny Greer has what it takes to take down the big dog and move his way up the rankings. So, but with a 6-0 record, I had to give him an A+. And it's been a solid year so far. Everyone keep up with it. Those are my mid grade rankings and whatnot. Keep active. The trade deadline isn't for another 2 weeks. Make some trades, make some videos, do what you can, and keep on playing.